Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Uncut Takes Podcast. This is episode 31. I'm joined here in my basement
31.
by Nick, Wayne, and what would have been Needsy if that motherfucker didn't cancel us on us last minute.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wait a minute. What's that? Wait a minute. What's that?
I think it's Walter's wire.
okay.
I was like, is my mic not recording?
Okay. Kevin just picks up a loose microphone cord, and I'm like, wait a minute. We did not just start this not plugged in, did we? First 30 seconds are just complete silence.
I don't know. With the way I get paid around here, it would be okay. It would be fine to have one unplugged wire.
How was your guys' nights? How was the drive home? Our drive home was fucking awful.
I believe it. When we were in the car driving home, it was like 5 minutes into it, Wayne's like, could you imagine just having three people squished in the single cab truck and they have no ventilation? They're probably overheating or dying. Like, it must have been bad.
Yeah.
So last night we went to the rodeo and they didn't cancel it due to the hurricane at all. They just didn't postpone it, didn't cancel it. They just allowed it to go on.
Yeah,
Right.
and I got fucking
Wayne
soaked.
didn't wear any rain gear, so he got completely
Or a
soaked.
hat. Not even
or
a
a hat.
hat.
Not
Yeah.
even a hat.
Well, what's a hat gonna do? It just can keep my hair, dry.
It's something, though.
I guess.
But so funny thing is that you guys left and everything, and Needsy and Moy both got into my truck, and
I saw you were yammering to some old man. In the fucking
there was some
hurricane
old guy
brains.
taking pictures of my truck, and I said, "Yeah, it's a nice truck, right?" And he goes, "Yeah, it's mine." And I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "This is my truck. I bought this truck in 1993."
Huh.
And I said, there's no way that this is your car. Like, how do
Right.
you know? Like, it's been repainted. Like, the guy I bought it from said it was used at a fire department. He said, yeah, I know. Does it still have the angle grinder, cut mark in the tailgate? And I said, my eyes got wide. And I walked over. I pulled the tailgate and I was like, this? He went, yeah, I did that. He said the first year I had the truck, I used this truck. I used the tool or the
Tailgate.
the tailgate. He said that he used it as a workbench, and he was a plumber. And then he gave the truck after a year to a fire department,
Oh, my.
and the fire department kept it as a parade vehicle.
How did he know, though? How do you, I wouldn't just walk up to every Chevy Caprice in the world and go, yep, that must be mine, especially if it's a different color.
I have no fucking, I don't know if the guy walked up and looked at the fucking VIN number and it was like, this is my car. It was so unbelievable. I sat there talking to the guy for 30, 40 minutes, just standing in the rain talking. Meanwhile, Moy and Needsy want to get the fuck home, and the dude's wife is shivering and just soaking wet.
Jesus.
But yeah, the guy's like, yeah, this was my car, He's like, this dent in the bumper, this was from my asshole neighbor back in the 90s. Yeah, it was fucking insane.
That's weird as shit, dude.
Yeah. He said that the only reason that he knew it was his was because the dude that painted the truck white and blue originally was his neighbor.
Okay.
Oh, so he did see it painted.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes a lot more sense now.
Still, that's fucking crazy.
I know, that's wild.
Dude, if I was Kevin, or not Kevin, that is you. If I was Moy or Needsy sitting in your car, soaked and cold, ready to go home, and you were just talking to this fucking guy, I would have started walking, because I wouldn't have been able to bear just
I could have picked you up on the way
I
home.
would just be like, Kevin, get this guy's fucking phone number and let's leave. I wouldn't have been able to deal with that.
We were home. I was probably home in my bed while you were still there talking.
Probably.
Yeah.
But the guy was nice and all. He's like, yeah, I'm glad to see that somebody's, taking care of it. I said, yeah, I'm fixing it constantly.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say he was taking pictures of it going, yeah, it's mine. It was stolen 5 years ago.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So it shit the bed again, from what I understand.
Yeah, I came out this morning and the engine was rocking again, so I just had basically no fucking oil in it again.
Jesus.
Did you
fuck.
sing it a lullaby?
I texted Tim, and that was at 11, and I haven't heard anything back yet.
But it's there?
No, it's at my grandma's house,
Oh, okay.
just so it's not out front of mine.
Oh, okay. What, leaking, you mean? So it's not
Yeah.
leaking in for Jesus
Yes, exactly.
Christ.
He's going to spread it across the
You
whole...
would be like... You're in a unique position to benefit from buying one of those fucking enormous oil pans, like one of those giant ones that you just park. It's like the size of a fucking parking spot, and you just park on top of it.
Oh, yeah.
You would really benefit from that, considering you have one truck shits the bed and the other one shits the bed on a near constant basis.
The thing was, Tim said that he sprayed something on the outside of the pan, And he said, oh, it might leak a little bit, but it has to dry. And then once it dries, it won't leak anymore. But then they said, but if it doesn't dry, then you're just going to have to swap out the seal on the oil pan, which is what I told him to do originally. And he said, let's just see if this works.
You mean the gasket?
Right. No, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because that's a bitch and a half to replace, more than likely. Depends.
Is it really?
Well, it's not four-wheel drive, so it's probably not that bad. If it was four-wheel drive, you're talking about taking axles out, taking the whole fucking differential out.
He said changing the oil pan only cost like $300.
Okay, yeah, so it's probably because it's two-wheel drive. It's not a big deal.
I did
not change your oil pan
I did
gasket.
not. I'm not saying that, motherfucker.
Okay.
Let me finish my damn sentence. I took off my transmission pan on my Dakota.
Yeah,
I know
it's in
not
the
same
middle
thing.
of the truck.
It's like close enough though. It's like they're like this far apart.
No.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't gotten under there and looked at it, but it doesn't sound that hard. One pan, another pan.
It definitely is.
I don't know. It seems like a driveway job.
It could be.
No, that sounds like you do it in your neighbor's driveway.
Yeah.
Kevin, you're a lucky man that you don't live somewhere like this. Is a decent neighborhood. This is a nice neighborhood. It's a nice neighborhood.
Yeah, my neighborhood doesn't get carjacked.
No one got carjacked. People got their cars. It's not even broken into.
Yeah, I go out of my way to not say that. I go out of my way to not say broken into.
Yeah, it's not. People left their doors unlocked.
Yeah.
But anyway, my point is, dude, like if someone looked at this neighborhood, they'd probably go, yeah, they might have a home like an HOA. And if this was an HOA, and you were like oil slicking the road,
defund the HOA.
Yeah, you'd be collecting fees like nothing else.
Oh yeah, dude.
Or getting into physical altercations with probably the 80-year-old woman who runs it.
Yeah. If this neighborhood had an HOA, I'd park my truck in my backyard where the privacy fence is now.
You'd be a domestic terrorist if this place had an HOA.
Yeah, then you have an EPA hazard when your parents try to sell the house.
Yeah. Well, that's
why does nothing grow in our backyard?
It's weird. All the vegetables are just decaying constantly.
Everything goes in black.
Yeah.
Wow, enough has happened back here that the government is seizing my backyard for a fracking operation.
So Friday night, I engaged in my usual ritual of leaving work and then going to the bar with Katie. And there was this fucking crazy guy sitting like 5 seats down from me.
I feel like there's always crazy people at that bar when you go.
Yeah. Well, it's not all the time. It's just like
AKA after 10 p.m. on a weekday.
Yeah. Well, it's not crazy people. Like there was like some people floating in and out and stuff, but there was a guy like sitting down there and I could just tell like when someone's sitting at the bar by themselves, like I don't think less of them, but I'm prepared for them to be like a stranger, like a really strange person.
Something.
Yeah. But anyway, this guy was sitting by himself, and across the bar there was a girl sitting by, like a lady sitting by herself, and he just goes, "Excuse me, ma'am." She goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I just want to let you know you're so beautiful, and I'm just a person letting you know that you're so beautiful." And I'm like, okay, this guy's a fucking pro. This guy, I guarantee this guy's gonna be a problem. I bet my entire savings account, this guy's gonna be a fucking problem. And then the night goes on a little bit, and he comes over to me. He goes, "Bro, I just want to let you know you're so fucking handsome. You're so good looking." What? And I'm like when people come on me and touch me, I'm not really crazy about that. So I was like, okay, I shrugged him off.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay. Then I didn't even look at him. I just shrugged him off, and I was like, okay, have a good one, man.
Yeah.
And then he starts going into this. You know what, man? I just want to let you know, like, I need a friend. I'm just trying to come over to you as a friend. I'm looking for friends over here. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I'm like, okay, I'm good, man. And then he comes over to some other guy who's sitting by himself, and it's like, hey, man, he does the same thing. I need a friend. I want a friend. I need a friend. The guy goes, well, I actually came here to drink by myself. He's like, oh, okay.
See, at least that guy is true to the go to a bar alone stereotype.
Yeah. So
he's there to drown himself away.
Yeah.
That guy.
This guy was he kept ordering drinks and shots and drinks, and he kept going out for cigarette breaks and shots and drinks. And then he goes over and sits next to the girl over there. And the whole time, me and Katie are sitting there. Every time the guy's trying to talk to the girl, we start talking to her to like cock block him.
Yeah.
Because the dude was being a drunk fucking creep. Absolute drunk fucking creep.
I'll walk you to your car after work.
That's what he was doing. He was going, did you drive here? Are you going to be able to get home safe tonight by yourself?
Oh my gosh.
Like shit like that. So, and she was like tuned into the weird shit I was putting on the jukebox. We were talking about music and shit. And so like every time the guy opened his mouth, we started cock blocking him like as best as we could. And I don't know what happened or like how it happened, but like,
was that girl there alone?
What girl?
The bartender.
Yeah, no.
Was it the bartender?
No, it wasn't the bartender.
Oh, I thought he was hitting on the bartender.
No.
So was he hitting on just a
some
girl
other
who was there
woman
alone?
by herself.
Oh, okay.
That's depressing.
Yeah,
That's worse.
It was the same lady that he went. Oh, you're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Right. But she was there alone.
Yeah, she was there
Okay.
alone. And he kept the guy just kept being really weird. I don't know like what happened, but like the mood just shifted and he became like extremely confrontational and like extremely strange and started saying really like fucked up shit.
Is that what you sent a Snapchat said like 0%
I
chance
said there's a
don't
more than
kill?
0% chance I kick a guy's ass tonight because the dude was being like a serious fucking jerk off. I don't know what happened, what specifically instigated it, but there was just like an enormous amount of tension in the bar, and he just kept saying a bunch of fucked up shit to me, and I was just like, whatever, man. Like I'm like
what?
When people like shit like, oh, you're a fucking failure, like you're a loser.
Say that to you?
Yeah. And
Dude's alone at a bar, drunk out of his mind.
I wasn't
harassing
phased by it
strangers.
because my
If there's one person you don't want to mess with while he's drinking, it's Wayne.
I'm like, well, in my head, like again, shit like that really doesn't bother me.
Right.
And I knew for a fact.
You're not a failure.
Well, no, my car in the parking lot was a lot nicer than his e-bike that was parked out there. You know.
He drove one of
Yeah,
those.
he has a
things?
little fucking e-bike. But I, in the spirit of just like things being nice and good, I was like, yeah, just like okay, whatever, man. Had like, I kept making fun of him for being a fag because he was hitting on me earlier.
Wayne's allowed to say that word.
Yeah.
Disclaimer notice.
I kept calling him a fag because but not like being like you're a homosexual and you're gonna burn in hell. But I just kept mentioning the fact that he was hitting on me.
Yeah.
He just what you're a good looking guy, man.
How old was this guy roughly? You think?
How
old was he? You think?
Maybe like 30-ish. He was definitely older than me. I feel like, but not by much. And then he me and Katie were both fucking with the guy for a little bit. And poking at his sexuality, and then he all of a sudden for no reason he goes all right, and then he shifted around the bar. He's sitting next to the girl. I remember he's sitting next to the girl, and he's sitting right next to her, closer to her than we are sitting to each other. And then he says like she's not even there. Okay, $100 says I can fuck this bitch tonight.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
And like everyone is like, what the fuck? I'm like, dude, that's not gonna happen. I promise. Like if there's one thing that's gonna happen tonight, that's not gonna happen.
That's where you go. $100 says you don't make it home tonight.
Yeah, dude. Like that's just not gonna happen. You're being a fucking. And then
Was the bartender like just pretending this wasn't happening?
She was being very political. I don't know why, and she kept
Political, actually political.
No, like not
What,
not
diplomatic?
trying to diplomatic is the better word. She
All right.
not trying to you know what I mean, trying to
She's trying to be neutral.
change the subject,
And that-
not escalate things to violence. And he was like, okay, you know what? I got it. I was covering up, but now I got to take it off. And he takes off his hoodie, and he had all these tattoos.
12
on his
gauge
arms.
underneath.
No, he had all these tattoos on his arms, but like they looked like totally benign. And like Katie knows a lot of shit about like gang affiliated tattoos, and she didn't notice anything on his arms that would be concerning in any way, shape, or form. But he was wearing a Wawa shirt underneath, like he worked at Wawa. So the dude pops off his hoodie, and we both go, so what? You work at Wawa? And he gets like even madder and madder, and he's just death staring like everyone in the bar, and me and Katie and the bartender and the girl, and it's like just super fucking weird, and we're all just like
Where
trying
he
to-
works at the Wawa, right on whatever.
I don't know, but
Maybe.
the dude was like beyond fucking weird, and then. He wanted to act so tough, but you could just tell that he wasn't. Because after things got adversarial, he stopped coming over to my side of the bar. He was moving all over the place, and when things got like confrontational, he stopped coming to the side of the bar that I was on completely. And then he said,
I hope that guy gets banned.
He said
Like, they
something
need to never
extremely
let him
ignorant to
die.
I hope
Katie.
I'm there the next time Wayne's, or I hope he's there the next time we go.
He said something extremely ignorant to Katie, and like you know how like I'll do it when we're having fun. Like I slam my hands down on the bar.
Well, there's a difference between significant others doing it to each other just to poke fun versus some
Random
drunk
man.
Well, no. Like I'm talking about something different. Like when I when I slam my hands down at the bar and it's
All too
embarrassing.
well.
Oh, he did like something physical, like
No.
gesturing?
No, he just said an ignorant remark. But I'm saying like next sentence. You know how when I do it when we're out, I
Yeah,
slam my hands
yeah.
down and it stops the whole room. I did that. I slammed my hands down on the bar and said, "You got to shut your fucking mouth now, or I'm gonna come." And
And he was like, and then he started back. Okay, no, man, I didn't mean anything. No. Okay, whatever. Just like, the bartender was moving around. I said, did this guy pay yet? Because like I'm gonna kick him out. If when this guy pays, I'm seriously gonna kick him out of the fucking bar. And then she was like, yeah, he just has to pay, and then we're closing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, air quotes, we're closing, so the guy can leave.
Yeah.
And like this went on like extended for a long fucking time. I was so tired. I wanted to have like 2 or 3 beers and then go home and go to bed, but the guy just wouldn't leave. And I'm like, I don't feel comfortable like leaving this guy here with these 2 women. Like I just like, don't
was it
feel,
just the 4 of you or the 5 of you?
yeah,
in the
just the
building?
5 of us in the bar.
Wayne stays there till 2 a.m. when they close.
The dude started getting back into that. Yo, I'm gonna take you home and I'm gonna fuck you and with the girl.
Gosh,
I'm gonna
can't even
next time I go to
imagine.
this bar, I'm gonna just have wire cutters on me. That way I can just walk up to his e-bike and cut the spokes off. That way his tire just collapses on itself.
Well, the guy is like not a regular there, and the bartender said she has seen him like 3 times, and every time he came in, he got really weird with people. She said this is the first time he got like extremely weird, but every single time he came, he was very, very weird. And that was another thing when he started when he started getting all up on the girl's shit. I started slamming my hands on the table again. I went, hey, like I didn't slam my hands. I took my debit card. I had my debit card as I just paid.
Yeah.
I started cracking it down on the table. I went, hey, bud, knock that off. Like that's not acceptable behavior. What the fuck's the matter with you? Did your mother ever teach you any
I was
fucking
just gonna
manners?
say that's some motherless behavior.
Yeah, that's literally what I said. I'm like, did anyone teach you any fucking manners? Do you know how to fucking behave in front of a fucking woman, you fucking animal? And it was just like, oh, what? Okay, I'm leaving. And he pays, and then he pays his bill. But he racked up like a fucking enormous bill drinking all night.
Imagine.
And then he didn't tip the fucking bartender. And
Didn't tip at
and
all.
then she goes,
oh my god.
he's still trying to hang out. And she was like, you're not hanging out here. All that bill you just racked up, you ain't tip. And he was like, you want a tip? And he slams his card on the table. Here, give yourself $100 tip. Give yourself $100. He's like screaming at her. I'm like, dude, what?
I would have fucking done it. Be like, bet. Take his card.
I'm like, well, she was like, no, that's not how it works. You had your chance. You fucked it up. Get the fuck out of here. You're never coming back. You're like, and he was okay. And then he tries walking out the door, but he leaves his backpack. And we were like,
Oh my
she
gosh.
was like, nope, come get your shit and get the fuck out. And then so he starts leaving, but like we had to like push him out the door. Like she was like walking him out the door, and he wouldn't leave. And then I came up behind the bartender, and then he started leaving. And he got like, you know how there's 2 doors at the bar?
Yeah.
There's like the 2 sets of doors.
Yeah.
He gets out the first one, and he gets out the outermost door, and he's just standing there in the doorway with his hand on the door, talking shit, saying blah 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 blah. I didn't even hear what he was saying. He was just standing there with his hand on the door, and I just said my all-time favorite line to say of all time. I said, all right, bud, you know how they say it's been a pleasure? And he was like, huh? I said, well, it hasn't been. And I grabbed his wrist, and I pushed his wrist off the door, and I just slammed the door in his fucking face. And then she locked the door real quick, and we're all just like, what the fuck?
That's
What?
insane.
And the whole
Damn.
time, I was so fucking tired, bro. I just wanted to have like 3 beers and go to bed. But like after like a half hour, it became clear that this guy was gonna be a fucking problem. Like, and I just like, you know what I mean? I didn't.
How
feel
long were you there for?
It was like 1 a.m. when we left. It was like a long
At least you
fucking
didn't work
time.
the next day, right?
So
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
there for like 2.5 hours.
This was
or
Friday.
something.
Yeah, I was there for a
Damn.
fucking hot minute. I was there like an hour, probably an hour and a half longer than I wanted
Dude,
to be.
you should have called us so we could have all just started harassing this guy.
That would have been pretty great.
It would have been amazing.
Absolutely,
And
dude.
that bartender, I mean, I don't know. I mean, she at least knows who I am.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, that would have been so funny.
Yeah, and then even when he left, I was like he was just like so drunk and disoriented. Like he didn't like you know, even when he was outside, he didn't leave immediately. So I'm still sitting there like
I'd be staring out at my car out the window.
I was.
Okay,
I was like I was literally watching him like every like minute. I was like pacing around that area, and then like going up to like, you know, they have like those.
Yeah,
big
that's
windows
when
up
that's
high.
when you're walking into the bar, you look at someone else's car, remember that car, remember the color, and when you go in, if you have that kind of experience, you go, if you touch my red Prius, I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah, fuck that. I was just like dude. If he goes near my car, I'm actually gonna go to jail tonight, man. Like, I wanted to kick the guy's ass.
What
to
were you
begin
driving?
with.
Was that
I was driving the Stinger.
Oh, okay. Oof,
Yeah,
dude.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to jail, dude.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna go to fucking jail if the dude gets near my shit.
Gonna make the guy swallow his teeth.
The dude like lingered for like 5 minutes, so I'm like, there's like still a real possibility that I'm gonna have to go out there and fucking at a minimum walk this nice lady to her car,
Right.
and watch her leave. And she, by the way, she was shit-faced hammered too. She shouldn't have driven home anyway. But
Who leaves that bar sober? That's what I want to know.
not many people apparently.
Did she like understand what you were trying to do? Like, did she like read the situation?
Yeah,
at all?
yeah.
Okay.
Everyone was on this. She was hammered, but not like she was with it enough to know that guy was a fucking creep.
Okay.
And that
Okay.
me and Katie and the bartender were trying to like keep
Did
this
she
fucking
at
guy
some
away
point
from
ever
her.
say anything to him like, "Please leave me alone"?
No.
Okay.
She every time he was talking about fucking her, she was like, no, thank you. Like that's not gonna happen. But she
No
she
thanks,
didn't totally
sir.
shut him down. Like she never said, get the fuck away from me.
I don't know. It sounds like you made her decision for her without consulting.
Yeah, I you know what? Next time I'll just leave. I'll just let the guy stay there. Yeah. I don't like.
No, you walk up and be like, "Miss, do you actually want to have sex with this man?"
No, I think I'm pretty good at reading the room, man, and I think the dude was a fucking jerk off, and he was a fucking creep, man.
It sounds like it.
That's like as Kevin said in the night. Like I went to go take like one of like 17 pisses, like I do when I'm drinking, and I Snapchatted like a
A
smiling
picture of Wayne's face, super close up.
Yeah.
a smiling picture of myself saying, "There's a more than 0% chance I kick a guy's ass tonight."
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Damn.
Moral of the story is pay attention to your mothers. They're normally wonderful people.
Dude, I would have
and
been
they
there.
teach you
I
a
would have
lot
been there in
about
a
how to
fucking
act.
heartbeat.
Yeah, I know.
I wanted to go too. Me and Kevin were playing a game.
Yeah.
And we saw the Snapchat. What, we were playing something.
Probably
Party animals.
Party animals.
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah.
well put it in your calendar. Every other Friday, me and Katie go drinking.
Every other. Oh, that's right, because she works Saturdays.
Yeah,
right?
because she works. Yeah.
Damn. So not this Friday. Next. Or wait, no, this Saturday. No.
In 2
The
weeks.
one after the
Okay,
next
so
one.
not
It's
this
still a
Saturday
weekend.
coming up. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, not this Saturday. Next Saturday, Katie and Moy are going to see a movie.
Yeah, I know. They're gonna go see. I
The
saw
Taylor
them,
Swift
they
movie. Moy
planned
said,
that
"Oh,
shit.
do you want to come?" I said,
Hell no.
"You know, my car's not really working at the moment.
Yeah.
I'd rather,
Moy, my little brother just died. His funeral's that day. I don't think I'm going to make it.
You're nicer than me. I just said I'm not seeing that, man. I don't want to see. I'm not paying money to see
I
that
know.
shit.
I know.
I'm not doing all that. And they're
Not to mention they're going to the one in KOP.
yeah, they're going to the one in King of Prussia. That's what I said. I'm like, I'm like, you guys don't even have to come to Jersey for this because me and Kevin aren't going to fucking go. I already, I planted the seeds on my end that you weren't going to go.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, so they're doing it on the heathen side of the bridge.
Yeah.
Uh,
So we can go drinking Friday night, and then Saturday, whenever they can, go do what they need to do. And
yeah, very fun. So I heard what is probably my new favorite road rage insult from a nice old woman at work the other day.
Okay.
And she said, she's like a nice, sophisticated, educated lady, and she said someone cut her off and then started motherfucking her at the light. And she said I'm not gonna engage in that disgusting behavior. I just rolled down my window and yelled, "Try reading a book sometime." And then rolled my window back up.
that is the biggest backhand.
That is so funny.
I laughed so fucking hard when I heard that. Like that is like that like by miles. That is like the biggest way to say you are not intelligent. You are a retard. It made me laugh so fucking hard. I was like, do you guys have anything that's like good? Like, do you have like a good go-to?
Not road rage wise, but something weird has started happening with the white truck. It's the third time it's happened. Is the other day when I was on my way to work, I stopped at Heritage's, got a drink, went to work. I'm on my way to work, and people like pull up to me on the highway,
Yeah.
match my speed,
Give thumbs
and
up.
like honk my horn, kind of, and like my windows are tinted, so I like roll my window down because it's a hand crank, and the dude just looks at me and just salutes me and then just drives off.
What?
And that is the third time it's happened
That's weird.
in this vehicle specifically.
I don't know.
I don't have any bumper stickers that are military anything. I don't have any magnets.
I was gonna say, did that guy you met at the rodeo who said he originally owned it, was he a veteran or something? People think that's him.
I have no fucking idea.
That's
but even
strange.
then, he's looking at my face, and I'm clearly not 70 years old.
Maybe because your truck is white with the blue stripe, right?
Yeah,
Maybe they think it's a thin blue line truck.
bro, it's like baby blue.
That's the only thing I can think of, though, that would cause people to do that to that vehicle. That's the only
don't
thing I
know.
could possibly think of.
It's bizarre.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not against people saluting me for no reason, but
yeah.
I mean, hell, you just gotta go to a Mission Barbecue, make sure they see that parked outside, and you get out of it. And maybe you'll get free food.
Yeah, I'll say we noticed you're in the veteran mobile.
I'm trying to think of what I've said during road rage. I don't really used to say a lot when I had the PA system in
Yeah,
my car.
I
but
attack
don't have
stickers,
that.
man. When there's a sticker on the car, I attack the sticker, especially when it's like a sticker for an educational institution. It doesn't matter what it says. If it could say University of Alabama, it could say Berkeley, it could be like Rutgers, like somewhere local, it could be Temple. Whatever the sticker says, that person fucks with me, and I catch him at the light. Put down the window. Hey, you go to Rutgers? Yeah. They teach you how to fucking drive over there every single time. A
pretty
guy
good,
did that
too.
to me the other day.
That's a good.
Cut me off with a Rutgers sticker on the back, and I had to scream that at him. That's my favorite.
That's a good one.
I'd
imagine you don't get
I
into-
don't road rage. So
I just hate motherfuckers. I gotta get it out. That's why I'm gonna live so long. So
Yeah.
I get it out.
see, that's why I'm not the ideal member for these topics of conversation and podcast, is because I do not get angry publicly.
Have you ever had a good road rage insult hurled at you?
Honestly, I don't think someone's ever yelled at me. I really don't think so. If it has, it was probably just a "fuck you," something like that. Nothing sticks out.
Damn. So
I'm really glad that this purposefully inserting memes into media for promotion's sake. I'm really glad you knew what I was talking about.
yeah,
Because I realized the next day when I was sober from writing it
yeah,
that you knew what I was trying to say.
yeah. Well, we talked about this before very briefly. I think.
Did we?
I assume you have a specific instance.
So are we talking about like companies using like a meme format as an advertisement?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Or
No, not that specific.
like like putting in like a memeable moment into something. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like the John Travolta meme from Pulp Fiction when he's in the room and he's like looking
Yes,
around.
yeah.
Like, how did they know, or did they know that when they were doing this, that people were going to be talking about that specific scene only for 20 years later?
Right. So even it's like something that's like intentionally just like dumb and out of place.
Well, no,
That's like
that is
clearly
like that was that's so old. It totally wasn't intentionally like
Yeah,
you know what I
that
mean.
one,
Like
but, yeah, I know.
like it's older. The movie is a little older than we are. Like you never could have predicted people were gonna pluck out that one little scene and be like.
I'm talking about like before memes were memes, before
Yeah.
they were so pop.
So are you talking about the other way around? You're talking about like
Specifically in like movies or TV shows where they did like a joking scene or just
Yeah.
so stupid of a scene that they knew that people were going to be then implementing it into everyday life in the future.
yeah, I think not. I think like memes come out because like you take a little 5-second snippet of anything out of context, but you recontextualize it to make it extremely relatable.
Yeah.
Like everyone has had a moment in their life where they show up somewhere where they're not supposed to be, or they're the first one there or the last one there, and they look around like John Travolta in that scene of
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction. You know what I mean? Like I think it's just about like it being relatable.
Did you? So who's the guy who played Paul Blart? Is that like Kevin James?
Kevin James.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Have you seen this picture? That's like, I don't know what it's from, but it's like becoming a meme now, and it just made me think about that. It's just this picture of him like shrugging, like
Yeah, I
looking
have seen that.
sly.
That is a bad picture.
It is. I think it's really funny. I don't. That's all I have to say.
I don't know
It's
what
like
the fuck that could be from.
I don't know either, but
Some
it's
bad
like that.
sitcom.
It's some
It's
bad
from some sitcom that he was in
from
yeah.
a long time ago, and now it's a meme.
He's from King of Queens.
Right.
Yeah, never heard of it.
But again, that picture is just now becoming a meme. Like, who found that?
I've been seeing that.
Like, who's
recently.
been looking for that? Like, who paused on that and's like, "Yup, we gotta make this blow
Yeah,
up."
we have to make this a meme. No, I think the last time we talked about the other way around. Talked about like when people put shit in a movie, it's like intentionally. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Like because it's like so like fresh in my mind, like the stupid fucking moment from that Star Wars movie, that they fly now, like that was like that blew up, like that was like, you know what I mean? They knew what they were doing there, but stuff for the
But even like that,
they fly now.
like
Yeah.
in SpongeBob with the "he burnt my shake,"
Yeah.
like that is
Dude.
such a meme in today's world.
Yeah.
Like,
That
did
show
they
is
know that
special, though.
that there's no way they knew that they were doing that?
Well,
right?
on
They definitely
SpongeBob is
didn't.
different.
I mean, that show has just ascended. Like, think about like what are the other
Oh,
Nickelodeon
absolutely.
cartoons, like Fairly Odd Parents. Like, was it a great show at the time? Yeah, of course it was. But like, who's quoting that show?
yeah, or like Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
right? Like
Yeah.
nobody's quoting those shows.
Yeah.
but SpongeBob. You
SpongeBob.
can't go a day of my life without hearing 5.
Yeah.
just from Frank alone.
Yeah, he burnt my shake.
Dude, the SpongeBob fandom is not dying.
Oh, never.
The other day, I'm not sure if you're aware, if you were there when I had this conversation, Nick. You know very well. I have the Patrick Star swim trunks.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
the Snapchat that Moy sent me was the first time I saw the shirt
Oh
version
yeah.
of
So
it.
I bought the shirt with the Patrick Star shorts print on it.
Yeah,
I
just
wore
the
the
Green
other
and
day.
purple flowers.
Yeah, I wore that out, man, and motherfuckers were complimenting me.
We walked
Yeah, that's
into
what I
a
mean.
Target and like 2 or 3 people said something about it for
Yeah.
the 10 minutes we were in there.
Yeah.
like it was that many. Like it was actually kind of crazy.
It's a hit, man.
What's
It's a
like we
fucking
saw
hit.
that we saw at the rodeo some person dressed like Master Shake from
Yeah.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
That was insane. Like what cross it? Like if there's a Venn diagram, people who watch, Aqua Teen Hunger Force and people who go to rodeos, like where's
Oh, it's bizarre.
I wish it was the voice actor for Master Shake.
yeah, I
it
wish
the
he was
guy.
just there.
yeah,
that would have
randomly.
been cool. It was pretty funny though. You guys got a picture with him.
Yeah, I don't know who took that picture with their phone because it's not on my phone. It's not
I think
on
Moy
Moy's.
got it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Either way, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I think Moy did it. So I ask you, gentlemen, what small
What
action
can
do
you
you
do
think
for your country?
Shut the fuck up. What small action do you think has the highest potential of causing the most pain? Like in the vein of like a paper cut or stubbing your toe. Like I don't mean like slipping with the sawzall and lobbing off your hand. I mean like a small
Dude,
like everyday.
before we get into this, have you ever seen those videos of the saw stops? That shit's
Yeah,
insane.
I
where
have
they put up a hot
Oh
dog
my
Yeah.
god!
and it
yeah.
takes like a tiny bit of skill. Like, dude, how?
They should do the Pain Olympics version and try to poke it with your wiener and see
Oh
if
my
it stops.
god, dude! You just put Nick in the ER. You can't say shit like that in front of him. He's gonna vomit.
Do the tabletop saw circumcision test.
Right. Like, look, I'm no professional in the saw stops, but how does it know what's wood and what's a finger? For
don't know.
one, how? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And
It's insane how clean it does it though.
right, like there must just be like a inch thick quarter like mild steel like just pops in front of like how does that stop instantly?
What's
I just got
crazy
so
is
loud
like
'cause I'm
is
so
like the blade doesn't
confused
The
by
blade
it.
doesn't on a lot of them. The blade doesn't just stop.
It goes down.
Shoots down
Yeah.
into it, and it sounds like it fucking breaks in there.
It
like
does.
it slams
Yeah.
down so hard. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the mechanism, because the blade is spinning so fast and it stops it instantly, the mechanism will destroy the blade.
Does the mechanism break? Do you
I
have to
don't think
replace
so.
the mechanism?
I don't
then?
know. I don't know that much
Or
about
there's
it.
like maybe one part of it that's consumable. or
Yeah, but I
something.
saw a bunch of boomers complaining about that, like on the viral video.
lost fingers like a man.
That's basically what they said. They were like, the machine destroys the blade. I'd rather lose a finger than lose a blade. Like,
That is brain dead, dude.
that was like a comment section where you could tell after reading one sentence of any comment what generation someone was born in.
100%.
Immediately. There were two distinct classes of people. There were people who were pro finger and pro saw blade.
Would you rather $50 saw braid? Finger.
Thousands of dollars to get sewn back on.
Yeah.
If it's
They
even
can sew it
possible.
back
Yeah.
on.
So do you want to know how it works, or do you want it to be a mystery for the rest of your lives?
I've seen like the X-ray like video of it.
If you can give me like a TLDR, like if this is not going to be like a 10-minute
Yeah, no,
segment on saw stops, but
the blade carries it puts an electric signal into the blade.
okay.
And when your body
you ground
contacts
it.
it, yeah,
Oh,
Interesting.
the change to the signal activates the safety system.
Huh.
interesting.
Yeah,
That's actually makes sense.
Pretty ingenious.
That makes sense.
yeah.
Wow.
Kevin's going to be the first guy to invent like a carbon fiber saw blade so it cannot detect it.
That would be that is like I don't know what that's like. That's like a glass house. It's like a thing that just doesn't need to exist.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's just like making a thing for the sake of making a thing.
This is for rich people.
Yeah.
This is the rich people. Blade.
I'm
It's
so rich, I can
$5,000.
afford to put the saw stop on my saw and cut my hand off.
It's like the King of the Hill when Hank cuts off Dale's finger as he's smoking a cigarette. So you look at his finger, it says a cigarette underneath of it.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
What do you think is your small injury? Your smallest action?
Hands down, pinching the meaty part of your finger in like a door.
That's a pretty good one.
That's good. I'm gonna say stubbing your toe just because, dude, you could like. There's a solid chance every time you stub your toe hard, you break a toe.
Oh yeah.
Or
I've
that
done it,
nail's
man.
coming off.
Or that. Oh, dude. Oh,
Didn't
that's
even
like,
think of that.
I mean, I've had one time my big toenail bent like halfway back.
Jesus Christ.
Like halfway point went back.
Ugh.
Oh, it was awful. I lost both my pinky nails at one point in my life too.
I had a good.
That was
that's
awful.
rough.
It was bad. I had a Band-Aid on my toe for like 6 months.
You.
There was a guy that I used to know who was friends with the guy that used to live across the street from me, and he was born with no.
Pre-Saul stop.
Yeah. He was born with no fingernails or
No
toenails.
toenails. Yeah, I know the kid.
Dude,
Yeah.
put him back in. Let him cook more.
Yeah, he's clearly
This
wasn't
is what
done.
oxygen tastes like.
Bro, let him cook.
But like, actually,
No,
that's
but
so
I have a
fucked
good
up.
small injury. You know those? You know I know Kevin knows. Do you know the big Duke Cannon bars of soap that we use?
Yeah.
Like the bar of the big. Do you use the Duke Cannon
No,
bars?
I'm just
They're
thinking
big.
where you could go with this.
I dropped one on my on like the meat, like the tendons of my foot the other day.
Oh, what, the metatarsals, like the toe bones?
whatever it is. That like on like the top part of your foot.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
I
It's like
dropped-
dropping a softer brick.
Yeah, I dropped a brand new bar of one of those soaps right onto my fucking foot.
Did it land on the corner or something?
Yes. It went right in between two of the fucking things, dude. It hurt to walk for like 14 hours.
Yeah, those soaps they're fucking big.
They're
That sounds
heavy.
pretty
like-
bad, but to be honest, I've also dropped my soap on my toes while I was showering.
No, it wasn't on
and
your toes, though.
On the top of my foot, and I use a brick of lead to wash my
Okay,
skin.
very cool.
I use a solid brick of lead.
Have you guys seen the bar of steel? It's shaped like a bar of soap, and you're supposed to wash your hands with it. Dude,
What does that do? Make your hands smell like pennies?
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that. It's
Is it real?
Yeah, pull it up.
It's
on this.
actually
Jamie, pull up
steel?
the picture of the steel soap.
metal soap.
It's like just it looks like a regular ass bar of soap, but it's just metal.
This is available on Amazon.
I can't.
for
Is it
age.
Is it
It's
a joke?
supposed to remove odors. Supposedly, it removes like odors from
$8.
onions and beef and shit.
Like, there's no way
There's
that
no
works.
way in fuck.
But I think it's like what Kevin said. Like it just makes your hands smell like pennies or something.
Right. It has to be that. It doesn't make sense. It's just a piece of stainless steel.
And then have you seen the other thing that?
There's another one of these with like 10,000 reviews.
Okay, what does fucking broccoli smell like? I don't think I've ever touched broccoli and gone, this smells.
I think cooked broccoli
Weird.
kind of smells.
Oh, well, yeah, cooked broccoli.
But yeah.
It's a nice watch in your
All right,
cart.
here's what's gonna happen.
Oh, yeah.
The three of us are gonna chip together. We're gonna buy one of these things. I'm gonna stuff
It's
I'm gonna
We're gonna have to set up a Patreon for this.
I'm gonna stuff a dead fish with garlic and onions,
Jesus Christ.
and then I'll wash my hands, and then I'll waft it in front of Wayne's nose. Let me know if it still smells.
Okay.
That sounds awful.
Color, stainless steel.
Odor away.
Speaking of weird things made out of weird metals, see that the iPhone 15 is going to be made out of titanium.
Yeah.
I mean,
Does titanium get hot fairly quick?
It's just like lighter weight than most metals.
yeah.
I think
it's
I think
expensive.
it's lighter weight than most metals. Also, it's stronger than the aluminum that is currently on there.
No, yeah, but I mean, like
Like
with the aluminum cools down a lot quicker. Where if that gets hot, how long is it going to take to cool down?
I don't think it's gonna get that. Like, there's not that much on there though.
I don't think titanium's really been used in like electronic cooling just because it's expensive.
Okay, right. How much is that going to fucking cost?
Where the
Bro, they should make a copper iPhone.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'd buy that.
Dude, imagine it gets natural
my
patina
phone,
on
yeah,
it.
it turns your
My
hands
phone
green.
looks like
Yeah.
the Statue of Liberty.
You can tell who's poor and how many times they look at their phone throughout the day. Because if their hand's fucking green, it means they don't take their hand off of it.
Yeah, I don't know though. I'd rather not talk about the iPhone 15 or Apple events.
So this is welcome back to the iPhone 15
I'm having
podcast.
a calm Sunday, and I don't want to undo that.
What's that mean? Calm Sunday.
He doesn't want to get heated. His blood pressure is going to go up if we talk about Apple products.
Bro, if we go home and play fucking Payday, your blood pressure's going up.
Oh yeah, too. It'll be. Will I be able to connect to the server?
Yeah, I know.
And that's
it
when
won't
my
even
blood-
be the game. It'll just be that.
Yeah.
I hate this.
God, make Payday 3 no work. I was explaining Payday to my mom today. I was saying, so you know how like Grand Theft Auto is what every parent doesn't want their kid to play?
Yeah.
It's like imagine that, but like actually way worse in theme, but it's not gory. That's Payday.
Teaches you to be a criminal.
Yeah, it's like you're a domestic terrorist. Payday is no longer a criminal.
That's fair.
Do you know the story of that game? I'm not going to get into it. Like, there's actual storyline throughout Payday 1, 2, and
The
now
Payday
3.
3
know.
lore podcast official.
No, I watched. There's a 4.5 hour video on YouTube that some guy did explain it all. I watched bits and pieces
end up
of it,
watching
probably up to an hour's worth of it. There's like one part we were talking about it, robbing a diamond store, and then the next part it was like this guy died and his consciousness isn't the president of the United States.
What?
I was like, what the what? Huh? So somewhere in there, it went Call of Duty zombie style and went from like, okay, I get it. This makes sense to whatever's
It's just
happening
a bunch
now.
of ridiculous shit.
And that also
Okay.
got me thinking, Payday is really just zombies with missions.
Well, it's just like
Yeah, but they have
it's like a
guns.
Well, you know what I mean, though. It's just wave-based combat
Oh,
with only
absolutely.
a mission.
Absolutely.
you could bust down a lot of games to just wave-based survival.
I don't know.
GTA?
I mean, like maybe some
No, well,
parts
like
of it,
that
but
is like a little more abstract. Like, but there, like a lot of games are just like wave-based survival. It's just like fight off a horde of enemies, rest, fight off a horde of enemies, rest. Like that basic format is like a lot.
I don't
of games.
think it's as common as you think.
Well, what? Halo, you got Firefight.
I would say Halo Firefight, which is part of the game.
Yeah.
Zombies, Payday, like Left 4 Dead, maybe, but that you even have mission. You know,
Yeah,
it's
you
not
gotta
That
move
one's
through
specifically story driven.
right, and it's not really waves. I mean, there's
Yeah, there's certain parts where it's like, oh, fill up a car while a car alarm's going off, and you got to survive
Dude,
waves of the horde.
as soon as you said that, and you're talking about the one where you're in the mall,
You just
and
hear the scream.
and they have the General Lee car. I cannot stand that mission. This
That's
is
like
going to
I
get
was
too
talking to my
personal. We don't
coworker.
need to talk about game missions that I hate, but
My coworker was saying he said that he would rather deal with a Left 4 Dead style apocalypse than a Walking Dead style apocalypse. I said, bro,
is he
there's a
retarded?
motherfucking tank in Left 4 Dead or The Witch.
right.
Like, there's so much worse things in the Left 4 Dead, especially the fact that the zombies run, where
there's
Walking
just
Dead is
so
The
much-
Walking Dead.
Right. There's so many in Left 4 Dead too.
Yeah.
Like, dude's just so well. This knocked into something kind of hard.
Oh, I thought somebody upstairs dropped something.
No, that was me slamming
Nick
my elbow
ruined
into this.
the Uncut Takes set.
Damn. Zombie. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I know. That's why I wrote it down. It's a pretty good idea. We're talking about the zombie apocalypse. I thought we'd have a zombie apocalypse podcast.
The other day, I forget what it was. I think it was pretty late in the day, or maybe I don't remember. I was looking at my phone. I was doing something on my computer. I get a phone notification. I look at it. It's from Wayne. It's a Gmail. Like it's an email.
Oh yeah, I sent Nick an email.
And the subject line started with FWB, which does not stand for Friends with Benefits all the time. It stands for forward. And he forwarded me chainmail. Do you remember chainmail? Like back when we
chain
were like
emails?
in middle school? Like
It was like always on TV.
photo to 5 people you know or your dog's gonna die tonight. Shit like that.
Kevin, like this.
This is
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
It's
I got this from, what does it
sent me
say?
this.
I sent this to him. It's a picture of a corn dog that someone dropped in a bunch of cow shit or something, and it says the corn dog is yucky. It's cursed. Once you've seen it, you must send it on, or it'll haunt you forever. This is no joke. At midnight tonight, this yucky corn dog will crawl beneath your oven where you'll never be able to reach it unless you forward this email. If you send this email to nobody, the corn dog will appear in the crevices of your house you won't even know exist. 1 to 6.9 people, a yucky corn dog will appear under your oven and under the oven of the last person's house you went to. 7 to 12 people, a yucky corn dog will appear under your oven. 13 or more people, you are safe from the yucky corn dog.
So
and it says, like, it's just one of those things. So I forwarded it to Nick.
oh, you can pull up my response.
Yeah,
and your other response.
I forwarded it to Nick.
No, that was
Wait, where are the other ones?
click that.
I forwarded it to him, and then he said, "You did not just forward me chainmail in 2023." And
And
then
then Wayne sent me a picture
I sent
of
a
a
picture
guy
of
wearing
chainmail.
chainmail. And I wrote, bruh. So this was the first email interaction I think I've had with Wayne in 5 years or something.
Oh wait, what happened? Oh fuck! Oh shit!
What are you doing?
You hit reply.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button.
Google Workspace, awesome.
Yeah.
But do you remember those those chainmail things,
Yeah.
shit like that? Oh
Yeah, or
my
like
gosh.
the creepypasta ones.
Yeah,
Where it's like
yeah.
send this to someone or you will
Well,
die.
that's
tonight.
like the same thing, you know. It's
Like it took me a while. Like my first thought was I saw it and it was like a picture of this corn dog with some text that looks like spam. I was like, Wayne's account got hacked. Then I read the rest of it. I was like, oh, he definitely meant to send this to me.
That's
And then it
hilarious.
unlocked my memory of chainmail, which I haven't thought about in like 10 years or something.
yeah,
So here's my question. Am I the only person you sent it to?
yeah.
So
gonna
you're
say,
going to
I
have a
didn't
lot of
get an email.
yucky corn dogs in your house.
well, so are you, retard.
How do you know I didn't forward it to 13 people to be safe?
What? I don't know. Do you know 13 people's emails off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head?
No, you just hit send and it brings down the recommended list.
I don't email people. I like do not email anybody.
I should send that to Sean Kingston's management team.
Yeah, you
If
definitely
they haven't
should.
blocked me. But yeah, that made me laugh so hard. Like when I got it, looked at it, I originally
At what
thought-
time did you open it?
I don't know. It was like right when he sent it, I think.
When did you send it?
I don't know. When did I send it? Where am I?
I thought it was later in the day, but it was probably in the morning. But whatever. I was so confused because it's been so long since I've seen something.
Bro,
that
don't look at my
dumb.
email. Bro, do not-
OnlyFans.
One
OnlyFans.
overdue service on your 2020 Kia Stinger GT.
yeah, fuck Dodge dealerships.
No, it's just
All my homies
it was just
hate.
at like noon.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah,
I think I was taking a shit, and I'm like, bro, this is hilarious.
what happens if you click on that link that says when you forwarded the 13
It brings you to the
people
Pit Viper
clicking?
website.
Wait, this is for Pit Vipers?
Yeah, this is from Pit Viper.
This is an advertisement?
Yeah, I got this in my email.
Disguised as chainmail?
Yeah.
It brings you to the Pit Viper website.
Yeah, hats
These
off
ones
to
here,
them.
the mystery liftoffs. Remember I told you the guy played in Red Fang or whatever?
Yeah.
He was wearing these sunglasses inside.
Those are the ones that I have.
Okay.
Broke.
Dude, congratulations, Pit Viper. You've officially made the first ever advertisement I would have genuinely just put in my spam box. That's insane. I can't believe that's an ad.
Yeah, it's a real Pit Viper advertisement.
So somebody who works there in the social media department wrote the yucky corn dog chain.
Dude, their ads and like PBR's ads, like they're not ads. They're just memes. They just send memes,
yeah.
and it's at the bottom. It has the shop now thing.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
PBRs are pretty funny too.
yeah.
It's normally just like something dumb happening with one of their beers in the background. It has
Yeah.
nothing to
Yeah.
do with drinking though.
Yeah.
But anyway, can't believe chainmail's still a thing. They single-handedly brought it back, but they did also have like a Windows 98 looking skin on their website.
yeah.
So it must be some kind of retro week
Dude,
there.
they're-
No,
dude,
that's
look,
how it
you should
always is.
see their
Oh.
website. Their website, trying to go through it, it looks like you're gonna get some absolute god awful virus for your computer.
Yeah,
dude.
well, that's the way.
It is
Like,
This
so-
is how it always looks.
yeah, that's how it
100%,
always looks.
Dear SMS subscribers, we're sorry. For what?
Go
does
to
it say
the
that?
menu at the
At the very
top.
top in the middle.
Oh yeah.
It's like, look at this shit. That is so
Everything looks
awful
like
looking.
like Windows 98. Everything looks like trying to open your parents' mailbox
This is kind of cool.
on the home computer back in like in the year 2005.
If I didn't know what this was, I would think this isn't real.
Yeah.
If I wasn't aware that this company exists. But
Wait,
you know
they sell
what?
not glasses?
Yeah, Pit Viper sells clothes too.
I did not know that.
We're shopping for Pit Vipers on the air.
Damn. That top first jacket that you showed was
Which one?
That
I'm not going back.
okay. Which
okay,
one?
anyway,
I'm not going
we don't
back.
need to look through their website.
Are you kidding me, bro? I'm having a good
Bro,
time right now.
yeah, really.
Oh wait, look at the unsubscribe message at the bottom and really tiny.
Where?
Did the big mean ugly corn dog scare you? Unsubscribe. That's great.
Yeah. So who's ready for the fall season, dude? I just want to gush about
Who's
the
ready
fact that
for
it's
girls to
cold
be
outside.
looking like Han Solo?
Oh
Forgot
yeah,
about that.
that's a good meme.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm ready for bitches looking like Han Solo. I don't give a fuck. It means I can crack open a delectable Oktoberfest and wear a delicious flannel Dude,
Do you know Oktoberfest actually happens in September?
I'm not
That's
a crowd,
sacrilege,
so I
yeah.
don't know. I guess that's why the beer's out.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were just coming out with it fucking early. I was like, damn.
Well, no, he's talking
Sam
about
Adams already coming
he's
out
talking
with
about the event, Oktoberfest.
Like the actual event, Oktoberfest. Is in
No, yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying, like, I was wondering why Sam Adams
Oktoberfest
came
with a
out with their
K.
Oktoberfest beer already.
Yeah, Oktoberfest.
Wow.
See, 16th to the 3rd.
Yeah,
That's whack.
in
Arnold
Munich.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, well, he's Austrian. That's close enough.
What the fuck's he doing?
I don't know.
He's playing the drums.
Oh, no, he's cutting a cigar.
No, that's
a
a drumstick.
Oh, that is a drumstick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where's the drum? Dude, he's like staring off into the crowd somewhere. He's not even looking at anything.
he's vibed out.
That's
of
a
his
that's a
gourd.
close picture. That's a pretty.
There's a meme.
Yeah, that is a meme.
Yeah,
Saving image ass.
yeah, bro.
To the Twitter it goes.
Like how you have the Elon and Amber Heard, a judge and Pepe.
Yeah. This should probably be cut out.
Yeah, oh yeah, it will be.
There we go.
Yeah, but I'm excited for the autumn season, which we're
Yeah.
technically in now. So
Yeah, people.
it
People.
means I start making candles again because it's starting to get cool and actually.
I can't
use
wait for it to
candles.
stop fucking raining.
Yeah.
Yeah, rain's kind of rough. Right
I like
now.
the idea that when it gets cold out, you become like a little old man and make candles.
Are we gonna
It's
get?
true.
Are we gonna get a Uncut Takes themed candles?
Uncut Takes candles available now on the website.
on the website. I don't even know how I would do that. How would I brand it? Like,
Here's what you do. You for
smells
our
like Kevin.
website.
You get the Kevin
For our
candle.
website, it's you go to Sean Kingston's whatever dead.com.
Yeah, I'll just change
and then,
that
and then
over.
at the very top there'll be a link Uncut Takes website, and you click on that.
Dude, you should. How much traffic does that website get?
I actually didn't renew it
Fuck.
because it was
damn.
Sean Kingston Death 2022, and we're in 2023 now. I didn't buy a new one though, but
Say too
you
close
did
to
buy a new
2024 to do
no,
it.
Okay.
no, I didn't.
Damn. That's tragic, bro.
Yeah,
So what you're saying is that Sean Kingston's lawyers won.
I guess they did. They
Yeah.
successfully ignored me enough for me to stop trying.
That is tragic.
Yeah, if anyone wants an Uncut Takes candle, what if we had a candle? What would the scent
Beer.
be? That'd be awful. Who wants a beer scented
I don't know.
candle?
People make them.
I think there's a lot of candles that say whatever on there, and they just don't smell like
That's
that thing.
true too.
It smells like Kevin's basement. A nice mildew smell.
I'd say just mild mildew, but otherwise very non-offensive smell. Just like it just smells like I don't know a place. There's
Yeah.
really no smell here. Kevin's bathroom after Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Just put shitting in mason jar.
With a wick in it.
That's like the ultimate like the super cursed version of the gamer girl bathwater.
That's rough.
Gamer boy shit candle. That's awful.
Oh my
but
God.
what do you think the scent would be?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
It's hard to just
Well,
think of scents, too.
they make candles for like every stupid ass fucking thing. Like you can get like a warm flannel candle and it just smells like nothing. We can call it anything. We can call it
That's true.
we can call it gamer boy sweat and make it smell like whatever
Podcast
we want.
microphone smelling.
You know what's a really good flavor? I forget what company it is, but
Flavor
it's like
or smell?
Flavor. I eat the motherfucker.
No, I'm talking about a flavor. Do you know those? I guess they're ginger snaps, but like the logo's like an old man with like a chef hat, but it's like a drawing.
the
Irvin
orange
or
box.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
orange box. Is it
Oh
Irvin?
my god.
I have no idea. We have
Dude,
them in the
that'd be
house
a
right
baller
now.
candle scent.
Bro,
I mean,
those,
I'd wanna
those
eat it.
motherfuckers. Those
They're so
motherfuckers
good.
and some hot apple cider.
Oh my dude, you're speaking. I eat
I'm
that
gonna
shit.
come.
I actually have that shit almost every day.
Actually?
in the autumn and winter.
Oh, dude, that's another one of them seasonal
we-
shits, man.
I drink enough apple cider for a block's worth of houses.
Do you guys just get apple cider from like Acme or?
Fuck
yeah, wherever
no.
it is.
You gotta go to the farm
Moods.
stand.
Moods-
Docs, no.
Yeah, Moods is really good, but sometimes Acme.
I just went and
sometimes
bought that
Aldi.
shit the other morning. I went and
Bro,
got that shit,
Moods
bro.
is. My dad, if you look in the freezer in here, there's probably a frozen half-gallon jug of Moods from last fall.
Yeah.
Because he buys a shit ton of them and then freezes them so throughout the year he can thaw them out. Granted, I do the same thing with eggnog.
Yeah, that's awful.
Eggnog good though.
It's fine.
Eggnog good,
I don't like it. But
My forehead just got a little bit more extended.
tectonic plates in your forehead.
Oh my gosh.
Be like the eggnog. Once it thaws out, it turns into like an eggnog smoothie.
It sounds
The
disgusting.
trick is you gotta leak out like 2 or 3 inches of it because that bitch expands when it freezes. So sometimes failures,
Imminent.
yeah.
It's the best teacher I hear.
Yeah.
It seems like that's all she wrote.
Yeah.
Save the other one for later.
Yeah, it works
What other
for me.
one? Is there anything
The
on
weird methods of torture throughout history.
Oh,
Who
we can keep
started it?
talking. I didn't even
Okay.
see that
Alright.
bitch. I don't give a
Alright.
fuck.
Cool. I actually wrote down a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
I didn't. That's good.
I didn't. So can I say one first in case you say it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't even know who started it. I think is Japanese, but dude, the thought of like having bamboo grow through you.
Oh yeah.
That whoever decided to do that, that is the worst person who has ever lived.
Yeah.
Like that might be the worst thing.
So something interesting about this stuff is when I was Googling it is, like the Iron Maiden,
Oh yeah.
that's fake.
Oh.
They was like some French designer created it to scare criminals and they never actually used it.
Well, they
Yeah.
succeeded
Yeah.
in scaring people hundreds and hundreds of
Yeah.
years later.
I was reading as in Iran, still to this day, if you commit crimes such as being a nuisance to stealing,
Being a nuisance.
they sentence you to falling, and they literally just push
Falling?
you off a cliff.
Jesus Christ.
Officer, this kid threw a baseball on my lawn. Shove him off a cliff. That is why?
So I have one specific notorious historical torturer that I want to discuess.
Okay.
Is it my boy Jack?
No, it's Vlad the Impaler,
Oh, that's who it is. Yeah.
who he
It's always the Russians.
He skinned, boiled, decapitated, blinded, strangled, hanged, burned, roasted, hacked, nailed, buried alive, and stabbed people on a regular basis. But his most famous method of torture, not murder, I guess murder, but torture leading into murder, was where he got his name from. He would impale people through the anus on a giant spike, which is how he got the name, the Impaler.
Oh, yeah.
But he would just get it a few inches deep or some shit, and then just let them slide down the pike
dude.
until it went through their entire body and
And then
eventually
came out their
killed
mouth.
them.
Yeah.
And he would fill the, I don't know what you call it, the driveway to his castle with these guys. And his reputation for being a horrific, mutilating monster was so great that he serves as the real life inspiration for the character of Dracula.
Interesting.
Imagine doing such horrible shit that a fictional character, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like an entire new genre of
Yeah.
mythical creature is invented after you.
So in Rome, they used to do something called the brazen bull, which is they
Oh, yeah.
had a blacksmith forge a life-size, realistic bronze bull.
yeah,
And they
I've
would
seen-
put you inside of it, and they would roast you. And the way that he did it was he gave the bull like some instrument to when you screamed on the inside, it would sound like a bull like moaning or whatever the fuck sound bulls make.
It was like the internals were arranged in such a way it was like an instrument.
Yeah.
And it would
Yeah.
sound like a
the
bull.
way your voice like reverberates into it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Dude, people are today pretty fucked up.
Yeah, I know.
Like that shit was flying like
Oh yeah.
not that long ago.
In-
like in,
in-
the grand
yeah.
scheme of things.
In Southeast Asia, I was reading something is that if you caught,
I mean,
if
you
were
said people
caught-
are getting pushed off cliffs today.
if
Like,
you were caught,
the tame
what the
one.
fuck was it? Yeah, if you were caught committing any kind of like theft in the 1700s, then they would literally lay you on the ground facing upwards, and they would have a trained elephant slowly push its weight of its foot onto your sternum until it just went into mush.
I couldn't
Oh,
even
I have one
imagine.
more fun fact about the brazen bull. Was the guy who had that commission to be created was executed in it.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I'm not gonna.
It's just like that guy creates a torture device. He dies in it. The guy who created the Segway. Also, it's very comparable.
Yeah, this is the famous torture device, the Segway.
This one is. I'll save that one for the last because it's probably one of the most brutal ones I've seen. There was one interesting that I saw that's called Puina Sueli, and it comes from the Latin word of penalty of the sack.
Oh Jesus!
What the hell?
And it was if you were found guilty of either killing your father or your stepfather, it was done in 1560. And what they would do is they would put you in a sack, a big leather sack, leather, mind you. So a leather sack was with an assortment of live animals, including a dog, snake, a monkey,
Oh, yeah.
and a rooster, all in the same bag with you. They would close it shut, and then they would throw you into a river.
Yeah. Kevin laughing hysterically.
How do people even think of that? That's like
A bunch of animals that
In a
have never
leather
seen each
sack.
other before, just beating the shit out of each other, and then including you in the middle.
And you're
that's
drowning.
Like, that's
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
absolutely.
only time in your life I think I would prefer the drowning part.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're hoping that the drowning comes on soon.
Right. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was probably the one of the more funnier ones I found.
The funnier ones.
This is still done today, and it has been implemented into Japanese society over a decade ago, and they still do it today, which is portable execution vans.
What?
Which is in Japan, if you are found doing, which this is insane, tax fraud, arson, and prostitution are punishable by death in Japan.
That's why
Which
it's so
is
clean
insane.
there, I guess.
So
I guess.
it's literally a white van that looks like a police van that drives around. And if they have like the perpetrator on the scene, like the person that is clearly like he just shot old Granny Higginbottom in the head, and like they know it was him because they just watched him do it. Then they
Right.
literally just call this van, and instead of having a trial, it just pulls up, and it's literally a lethal injection table
Oh my
in the back
gosh.
of the van.
Interesting. I'm reading about this as it relates to its use in China. They said that
In China.
in 2012, it was estimated that 65% of all transplanted organs came from executed prisoners, many of whom were executed in vans.
Oh my gosh.
That is insane.
And this was done specifically to meet the high demand for organs.
That is crazy.
Dude, imagine being like, bro, we're having a little bit of a organ shortage in the country. Better start executing some more prisoners in vans. Like
That
that's
should-
like probably something that someone said in China.
Yeah.
Like that was probably something
It's
that
like
someone
DoorDash,
said.
but death.
Death Dash.
Imagine like
That's
being
the
a
name.
kid and you see the guy get put in the van and you're with your friends. You're like, oh, let's start rocking the van. Let's prank him.
Yeah, and then
I can't get the needle in.
that's bad, bro.
Like, dude, like they're probably doing that shit in like neighborhoods or stuff. Like, just take a guy out of his house. You're just like, what the fuck's going on? And then you see the guy, they put him in the back of the van. It's like, damn, he's dying.
This is not a torture device, but do you know when the last use of the guillotine was in France?
Oh, it was like fairly recent.
It was in
It's like the 70s or something.
yeah,
right?
it was 1977.
Wow.
There was a public execution by guillotine in the 70s.
Public execution.
If you had to go,
Why?
if you had to go into the guillotine, would you rather do it facing up or down? Would you rather
I
be
don't
looking
know.
into the basket or looking up at the blade?
There's no win. There's no winning.
Look down, but
Look
I'm gonna
down,
scream
dude.
obscenities until the whole time until the blade goes down.
You won't. You fucking bitch. You
Yeah.
won't do it.
Or you just have to look up and then you just stare the executioner in the eyes the whole time.
Dude,
Maybe he'll decide. But yeah,
that
maybe
is like crazy. Like
Like, you do this, my blood's on your hands. That hood doesn't say anything. I know
Yeah.
who you are under there.
maybe
Yeah.
that'll make him rethink his life decisions.
Yeah.
So maybe you stare the guy.
that
Just
has
stare
to
him
be
down.
like.
Maybe
can
you
can
say,
even
Mr.
imagine that
Executioner,
feeling,
if
man?
you
Like,
stop, we can get down sexual style
yeah,
right now.
we could bust it down sexual style in the back right now, bro.
So, do you have any other? Or
No.
all right. So this is probably the worst one that I came across.
Oh,
Of course, the
gosh.
Dutch had to come up with it. So in the 16th century, offenders were tied with rope and dragged underwater from one end of a ship to the other end of the ship on the keel. So the keel of the ship is that like how there's the underpart and then it's kind of like sharp at the bottom.
Yeah.
So they would be dragged underneath that by a rope while they were sailing, hoping that it would slice their body up with the barnacles
Jesus
on the
Christ.
ship. And sailors would, pray to God that they just drowned instead.
Dude, I wish a shark would just rip my head off.
And if they survived, they would let them live, but then they live with all of those scars, and that's their shame. essentially.
So they turn you into not a human.
Yeah, they put you through the cheese grater alive, and then
literally
if you
put you-
somehow live, they just go, sorry, this is your life now.
Right.
That's a rough one, bro.
Oh my gosh. Like, how did people think of this shit before the internet, man?
It was in the 1600s. So you know
Because they
that-
were living in the moment. They were reading books and getting down and dirty.
Well, it was in the 1600s, so, you know, on wounds, they were just putting fucking salt on it because they say, it cures meat, It'll stop the
cure
bleeding.
Back when the plague was around, like, what if we drill a hole in your skull and the demons will leave?
Yeah.
Not even, dude. Just with the like lobotomies.
Dude, I wish I could have
They
been
were
a
doing those in the
doctor.
70s too.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like,
Dude, imagine being a doctor. Like, who was the first
I'll
one
cure
to
you with this giant nail. I'm going to drive
Yeah.
into your skull.
like,
Yeah.
were they just like, dude, I can make a quick buck and kill this guy?
Exactly, dude.
It makes you
And like,
like
did other people start going, this guy's got it. This is the solution. I got to start doing this.
What's amazing is like there's pictures out there of like people that have survived lobotomies, and it's just like clearly they're destroying their frontal lobe, so it's just there's no emotion at all in their face, and there's just like one side of their face is just like blue and black because it just has a hole in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awful. I hate thinking of this shit so much.
I know.
that old doctor shit. It makes you like. I feel like most people don't know enough about anything. If they were like transported back in time, they wouldn't be able to make it like a difference, like a tremendous difference.
Yeah, there'd be differences,
But
but
I
like
think
without
most
the
people-
technology, it would.
I think most people know enough to like stay healthy, and that would make
Yeah.
them be like a wizard. Like,
Right.
Man, that guy never fucking gets sick, and he's always doing this. He cleans his hands after he wipes his ass. What the
You ever
fuck's with
notice
this
that?
guy?
You ever notice that in history, you're always accusing women of being witches. Nobody says this guy's a fucking wizard. Let's kill him.
Yeah.
It's always this lady's a witch. Let's kill the bitch.
Yeah, it's because the guy who accuses her is usually her
Yeah,
fucking husband.
yeah, like you run in your mouth, will you? I'll say you're a fucking witch.
Burn my dinner one more time. I saw you riding a broomstick last night. You think I won't? You think I won't say that to the neighbor?
But like for witches, they would put a wooden board on top of them and stack stones on top of them. And
Yeah.
if you get crushed, you weren't a witch.
Yeah.
But if you are a witch, you'll escape.
And
Yeah,
they would do.
okay.
They would only stop crushing you if you confess to being a witch, and
Yeah.
then they would kill you anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, then they burn you at the stake. So pick your poison: burned alive, crushed to death.
yeah,
Yeah, because all those people being crushed by rocks are really like, I really want to go out the other way. I really go through this again.
Yeah.
That's like ridiculous.
People are so fucking stupid.
That's an understatement.
Yeah. All right, I think now that is officially all she wrote.
Yeah.
As always, guys, thank you for listening. It means the most. We're available wherever you listen to podcasts at. Make sure you subscribe, follow, favorite. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Overcast. We're also on Twitter and Instagram at Uncut Takes. Interact with us. Be sure you check out the website, uncuttakes.com.
We do not have a website.
Thank you again for listening, and stay uncut.